Welcome back to Stay Lost with Rich. So I'm just out on a run today. I've done just over 11k, about halfway around. So I set off from my house, ran to Willington, joined the canal, the Trent and Mersey canal, ran down there, and then which brought me out to where I am currently at Swarkestone Bridge. And this is kind of like the furthest point, and then I'll sort of start to head back home. A bit of road running, in fact mostly road running now, around about another 11k. Not actually sure the total distance, but yeah, around about 21, maybe 22k, but yeah, we'll see at the end. I just thought I'd do a brief update to what I've been up to since the last video about a week ago. My running is sort of, I wouldn't say stopped, but it's certainly tailed, sort of reduced in the distance per week over the last couple of weeks. So I'm now just trying to build that back up again. I've got the Nottingham half marathon in about 3 weeks time, I think it is. So I'll try and sort of increase my distance back up to sort of like 25 to 30k a week for the next couple of weeks, and then I'll sort of reduce that a little bit the week before, do a few 5Ks. So yeah, and I intend to take my camera and do a video of the half marathon. I didn't do it the first time because I didn't want to take any extra kit, just water, and I'm glad because it was red hot. But this time, if the weather's not like it was last time, if it's more typical, then I'll take my camera and I'll do a bit of a video of that. So yeah, that's that. I've also got another plan, which is to incorporate a run and a wild camp. I've not actually done any wild camp videos for quite some time, so I'm thinking about doing a combination of the two. So I've got a route in mind. It's about 40-ish k. It's about 44k, I think it is. So I'll run the 20 odd k, do a wild camp, and then in the next morning do the other 20k back home. So it's a circular route from my house, incorporating the full distance the full length of a trail, which if I decide to do it in the next couple of weeks, I might do a video just explaining the route and sort of maybe the kit I'm going to take, because I'm going to have to think about the weight, so I'm able to obviously run with carrying that gear. So I'll be going pretty ultra light in terms of my camping kit. So yeah, I've got a rough plan at the moment, rough kind of outline of a plan, which will involve me leaving my house probably around about tea time, sort of 5-6 p.m. I'll run the first leg. I'll probably jump on a train, and then the train will take me into the centre of Derby, and then from there is where I'll pick up the trail and then run south the 21 and a half, I think it's pretty much half marathon, it's 21.2 kilometres to the end of that trail. And then I've looked on Google Maps, and there's a few places that I can potentially camp, sort of a bivvy type camp. And then at that point, it just so happens I'm kind of within my sort of my home kind of local area, I suppose. So I know there's a series of footpaths from there back to my house. So yeah, so I'll need to do a little bit more planning, look at the kit, check out the route. I might go and do a bit of a recce of where I think might be a suitable camp. Normally when I do a wild camp, wouldn't necessarily bother with that because I'm usually out, you know, in the Peak District or somewhere where there's plenty of options. But because I'll be in somewhere that's not so remote, I will need to be a bit more kind of discreet, a bit more carefully planned. So I may go up there in the car and have a little look around to see if there's any sort of places. But on the map, there's a piece of access land that I think would be ideal. So yeah, and if I set off at 6 p.m, I'll probably, well, maybe a bit later. By the time I got the train and got onto the trail, ran the half marathon, it'll probably be about, I don't know, 9 p.m. So it'll be getting dark as I arrive, and I'd set off at probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 a.m. the next day. I was planning to get home for sort of, I don't know, 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, so I can then start work. So this is a bit of a micro adventure, which I'll explain a bit more about either on that video or on a sort of a video, sort of a planning video that I might do. But yeah, if you Google micro adventure, there's a guy called Alistair Humphreys. Really recommend checking his stuff out. But anyway, the concept of a micro adventure, I won't go into it now, but yeah, you can have a look at that if you're interested. Right, so I'm about, like I say, about 10 or 11k. Let's get on with the last bit, and I'll catch you at the end. Bye for now. So that's 21.61 kilometres, 2 hours and 8 minutes, 19 seconds. That's pretty good. That's a personal best for me for a half marathon. Unfortunately, Strava sees that as 2 hours and 19 minutes. So I've stopped to obviously do some filming. So, but I know that's 2 hours and 8 minutes, so I'll take that as a PB for a half marathon. Right, time for a shower. I'll put a link in the description to the route, probably my Strava, and yeah, I'll do another video, probably a sort of a prep video for my, I'm not sure what to call it, mini marathon wild camp or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, I'll perhaps do a video about kit, the route, or maybe I'll just get on with it and do it and talk about the kit while I'm on it. I sort of plan to run the first day from Derby to down the trail to the camp over, and then probably a combination of walking and running on day 2. We'll see how I feel in the morning. I may run the second leg, but the current plan is to walk the second day. Yeah. All right. Bye for now.